Hello guys, are you aware that catarrh is caused by viruses such as coronavirus? And are you also aware that kissing someone who is infected with catarrh can also make you to be infected? And are you aware that catarrh has no specific treatment? Yes. So today our topic of discussion is going to be on catarrh. Yes. So we are recording this video because a viewer watched our video on the video we recorded on asthma. So somebody watched the video and he was impressed with that video and was like, he'll be very happy if we can educate him on catarrh, because he has been getting catarrh in dry seasons and all that. So he'll be very happy if I can educate him on catarrh. So we are doing this video following the request of that person. So if you've not watched that video, I will urge you to try as much as possible and go and watch that video. That video is doing very well. Like our video on asthma is doing very well. Like I think it's having about 900 and something views on YouTube. So please try as much as possible and then go and watch that video. And if you've not subscribed to this channel too, I'll urge you to try as much as possible and subscribe to the channel. We are growing small. We have about 1,600 and something subscribers. That should tell you that people are joining. So what are you waiting for? Please try as much as possible, hit on the subscription button and subscribe to this channel. Yes. So today our topic of discussion is going to be on catarrh. Yes, catarrh. We're going to tell you what catarrh is, the type of viruses that causes catarrh, the mode of transmission of catarrh, some other treatment, although there is no specific treatment for catarrh, but there are some other treatment to help the person as the person is recovering. Yeah, so stay with us and then enjoy what we have for you. Just as I've informed you, our topic today is going to be on catarrh. Yes, catarrh. What at all is catarrh? What causes catarrh? What are the other names for catarrh? What are the viruses responsible for catarrh? What are the predisposing factors leading to catarrh? And what are the clinical manifestations for catarrh? Incubation period for catarrh, preventions, nursing interventions. Yes, so if you want to get information around all these areas that I've mentioned on catarrh, please stay with us right from the beginning of this video to the end, and we'll have a lot of things to share with you. Once again, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please try as much as possible, just hit on the subscription button below and join the family. I've just told you that we have about 1,600 subscribers now. So please, what are you waiting for? Join the family, help us grow the channel, okay? So please stay with us whilst we delve into the topics. So real quick, let's talk about what catarrh is. What at all is catarrh? Catarrh is an acute, mild viral and highly communicable infection or disease of the upper respiratory tract. Yes, it's an acute, mild viral and highly communicable disease or infection of the upper respiratory tract. Yes, so catarrh is characterized by inflammation of the mucous membrane of the nose and then the pharynx. Yes, an inflammation of the mucous membrane of the nose and the pharynx. Yeah, so the following are the other names for catarrh. So one, we have common cold. Two, we have coryza, or how people like, depending on how people pronounce it, either coryza or coryza. And then three, we have rhinitis. And then four, we have acute nasopharyngitis. So one, common cold. Two, rhinitis. Three, coryza or coryza. And then four, acute nasopharyngitis. So in case somebody didn't mention catarrh and the person happened to mention common cold, acute nasopharyngitis, rhinitis or coryza, just know that the person is referring to catarrh. Yes, so that's what that is the meaning. Like either catarrh or any of the four names that I've mentioned is still the same thing. Yeah, so what are the viruses responsible for catarrh? There are a lot of viruses that are responsible for catarrh, but let me just give you four of them for the sake of time. So we have adenovirus, we have coronavirus, yes, coronavirus, and then we have enterovirus, and then we have rhinovirus as well. So rhinovirus, adenovirus, enterovirus, and then coronavirus. So these are the viruses responsible for the or causative agents of catarrh. Yes. So what are the predisposing factors? Some of the factors that leads you to get catarrh. So one, we have cold or chilly weather. Yeah, so in cold weather or just like in Harmattan season, a lot of people do get catarrh, but it's not the weather that is causing them, but then it's leading them, because one of the areas where, or one of the conditions that these viruses can survive in cold weather. When the condition is cool, when the weather is cool, these viruses survive easily. Yeah, so when the weather is cool, your chances of getting infected with catarrh is very, very high, because the viruses will survive, and then they will breed, they will breed. So they are more, or they are abundant in the atmosphere, so your chances of getting infected is very, very high. So that's why we say cold weather is one of the predisposing factors that leads you to get catarrh. And another one is emotional upset or emotional stress. Yes, so when you are emotionally stressed, when you are emotionally upset, so your chances of getting catarrh is also high. And then secondly, exposure to irrigating gases. When you are being exposed to irrigating gases, your chances of getting catarrh is high. And then the third one is allergies. Yes, allergies. When we talk about allergies, in this case, like we have let me just say high perfumes, we have dust, and then smokes. These things can lead you to get catarrh. Yes, it leads you to getting catarrh. And then the last one is poor nutrition. Real quick, let's talk about the incubation period for catarrh. Yes, incubation period for catarrh. So before we delve into that, let me take my time to explain what an incubation period simply means. When we talk about incubation period, it simply means the time you've been exposed, or the time you came in contact with the microorganism responsible for that specific condition, and the time you are demonstrating the signs and symptoms or clinical manifestations for that condition. So in our case here, we're talking about catarrh. So the time you've been exposed to the adenovirus, the time you've been exposed to the enterovirus, the rhinovirus, and the time you are showing us the signs and symptoms of catarrh, is the time maybe you are showing the clinical manifestation. So that period is what we call the incubation period. So the incubation period for catarrh is 24 hours to 72 hours. It means that 1 to 3 days. So if like somebody is having catarrh, and then maybe you happen to kiss the person, you happen to maybe kissing is the simplest thing. You happen to kiss the person from day 1 to day 3, you should be able to demonstrate. Like by then, definitely you'll be demonstrating, or you'll be showing the clinical manifestations. You'll be showing the signs and symptoms for the catarrh. Yes, maybe the headaches will come, the sore throats and things will come. Yes, we'll get to the clinical manifestations for catarrh, but I'm just trying to let you understand what an incubation period is. Yes. So it's the time of exposure to a specific microorganism causing a specific disease, and then the time you demonstrate that specific infection, the clinical manifestation for that specific infection. So basically that is what incubation period simply means. Yes. So the incubation period for catarrh is 1 to 3 days. Yes, 1 to 3 days. So real quick, let's talk about the clinical manifestations for catarrh, the signs and symptoms for catarrh. Yes. So when somebody is infected with catarrh, the following are the signs and symptoms that the person will be demonstrating. There is nasal blockage or obstruction. The nose becomes blocked. So like breathing becomes a problem. That's why when somebody is infected with catarrh, the person has to be breathing through the mouth, because the nose are blocked. So the person is not able to breathe through the nose. And then there is cough. The person will be coughing. And then there will be fever. The person's temperature will be high. And then there will be chills. Sometimes the person will feel like, I want to like I'm feeling cold and all that. And then there will be sore throats. Yes, the person will be finding some pains within the throat. Yes, and then there will be loss of appetite. Sometimes like you don't feel like eating, because the sense of smell is impaired, so you don't smell the aroma of the food, so the appetite is down. So one thing too is that this sense of smell is impaired. Like you are not able to sense things. You're not able to sense the aroma of things. So when it comes to food as well, because you are not sensing the aroma, eating it, like you are not feeling like eating it. Yes. And then sore throats, I've mentioned that already. And then I think yes, so these are the things. You cough, with sore throats, sense of smell is impaired, you have fever, chills, headache. Yes, there is headache as well. So these are the signs and symptoms that somebody who is infected with catarrh will be demonstrating. So whenever you see this, just know that yes, the person is suffering from catarrh. Yes. One of the things I have not added is hoarseness of voice. There is hoarseness of voice as well. The person may lose his or her voice because of the sound, like let me say the wounds, because the person is having some pains within the throat. it's like there is a wound in the throat. When the person is, swallowing something, the person will be feeling the pain. Earlier on, there is no specific treatment for catarrh. Yes, since it's a viral infection, there will be treatment. Like there is no specific treatment for catarrh. So, but these treatments I'm going to give you are symptomatic. Like they are tackling the symptoms one after the other. So these are symptomatic treatments for catarrh. So you are taking the symptoms, then you treat them according to what the person is showing, depending on the person's clinical manifestations. Yeah. So if the person is having headache, what you have to give is that you give these analgesics, the painkillers like the paracetamol. Yes. So if there is nasal blockage or the nose are blocked, we give what we call ephedrine drops. Yes, ephedrine drops, like they are drugs that help to relieve the person if there is congestions in the nose, or like if the nose are being blocked. When these drops are used, like it's helped to relieve the person, it loosens those congestions there. And then we give what antibiotics. Yes, antibiotics, like to prevent antibiotic prophylaxis to prevent maybe secondary bacterial infections. Yes, so you give antibiotics prophylaxis for secondary bacterial infection. We have cough expectorant or suppressant to relieve the cough. Yes, when the person is coughing severely, cough expectorant or suppressant can be given. And then vitamin supplements, like most especially vitamin C supplements. Yes, so at that point the person needs a lot of vitamins to boost the system and all that. So vitamin C is the most appropriate or the recommended one. Yeah. So these are the at least the little management that can be given to the person at that point in time. Yeah. So there is no specific treatment, but you can treat the symptoms one after the other, to at least help the person to recover early. Yeah. So these are the treatments for catarrh. So basically, let's quickly talk about the clinical, the nursing interventions. Yes. So as a nurse on the ward, what can you do in case somebody is having catarrh and the person is going to the facility, or the person having a different condition? Real quick, let's talk about the nursing intervention. So if you are in a ward and somebody is having catarrh, what do you have to do, or what is expected of you? Yes. So we have what we call infection control measures. Yes. So since it is highly communicable, we have to ensure the infection control measures. Yes. So infection control measures such as hand washing, and then the use of handkerchief when the person is sneezing or coughing. So you have to educate the patient to be washing their hands frequently to avoid transferring this virus to another person. Okay? And then you have to teach the person that whenever he or she wants to sneeze or cough, the person should cover the nose or their mouth with handkerchief. Yes, to prevent cross infections and all that. Yes. And then we ensure bed rest. Yes, bed rest is much important to prevent further complications. And then the sore throat can also be catered for by ensuring warm or salt water gargling, warm water or salt water gargling. So you put salt in the water, or you give the person warm water to put in the and like, let me just say, within the throat, and do that, like as if you are pasting, and then maybe I hope you understand what gargling is. Yes. So the person will put the water in their mouth and do that thing that you normally do after brushing your teeth. Yes. And then so you also ensure when it comes to the nutrition aspect, you ensure a well-balanced diet. And at this point in time, the person needs a lot of fruit juice. Yes, fruit juice. So after ensuring a well-balanced diet, then you give the person a fruit juice. Yes. So these are the nursing intervention you can that can be rendered to the person having catarrh. This topic is going to be on the prevention of catarrh. Yes. So how can we prevent ourselves from getting catarrh? Yes. So one, we have to avoid all the predisposing factors that I've mentioned. The predisposing factors. When the weather is cool, when you are going out, make sure you cover your mouth with what you need. You have to wear nose mask or face mask. Understand? Yes. And then patient teaching. You have to educate patients on the condition, just as I'm doing right now. And then I think keeping environment clean, environmental cleanliness, and then personal hygiene. Yeah. So I think when you do all these things, you will prevent yourself from getting catarrh. Yes. So here comes to the end of the video. Please, if the video is very, very educative, try as much as possible, leave a comment below, like the video, share it for other people to also get access to the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Yes, much important. It's very, very important. Just click on the subscription button and subscribe to the video for us. Like, your subscription is much important for me. Like, you have to subscribe. Yes, please try as much as possible and subscribe for me. I beg you in the name of God, subscribe and leave a comment, like the video, share for others to get access to this video as well. Thank you very much. See you in our next video.